Hello, everybody. It's RM here, and I am playing again on. It is Positive Fandom that I'm streaming on tonight, and I am playing Star Trek Resurgence live, and I hope everybody is doing well. I just picked up where I left off, where I had to scan the shuttle. I had to scan Ambassador Spock's shuttle to see where the anomalies were, and I have done that.
Hey. I'm not here. We're escorting the negotiating team to the surface as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work.
You guys know that they've hooked up, so they got a thing going on.
The captain and the others will be here any minute now. Should be an interesting ride down to the surface.
Come on, I'm never too busy to make time for you.
That's not true.
No, but I am glad you came by.
No, that's more accurate.
Hey, Force Unleashed, how are you?
Hey, Maris. Aren't these those button pushers you're always hanging out with?
Hey guys, I am playing Star Trek Resurgence. The team here is great. I love these characters.
For Hotari.
Hey there, Thomas Bartholdi. How are you tonight?
Gotta be.
I really love this crew. Now, someone was telling me this game is only 9 hours long, so it's not as long of a game as some of these other games are, but I really do like it. I hope they have more of them.
I do have to go. Not gonna lie, I'd rather not leave right now. More important things on my mind.
Do me a favor. Come back safe.
Deal. Be seeing you.
Yeah, he's a looker. I can see why. Yeah, I agree. Thomas Bartholdi, definitely a good TV show link. I can see why.
If back down to reality, we still have a ways to go.
She stopped him in his mid-track. I love it.
Where were we?
So, the warp coils in the navigation array are fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
Now, she's a
I'm out
trill.
of ideas short of field stripping the shuttle from bow to stern.
You want to take this out of the shuttle and throw it on the bench?
Oh, real hands-on maintenance.
Yeah.
Like it. Okay, the nav computer is patched into the ship.
The
Excellent.
ship's computer can double-check our work.
I
If
can.
the shuttle's nav computer is putting out false data, we'll know it.
We
Let's run
will.
through the shuttle's logs again.
Running now.
Okay, let's do this.
Same. Warp field inversion and a cascade failure.
Huh.
However, the Resolute computer doesn't show the same subspace variance.
We're in the same conditions that the shuttle was in when it failed. Why wouldn't the ship's computer get a matching result?
I don't know.
What if the subspace variance was a momentary occurrence?
That's a possibility, and it would explain why the simulation under our current sensor readings failed to reproduce the issue.
But a subspace anomaly strong enough to cause a warp field collapse would leave graviton ripples for days.
Let's run with the momentary subspace variance theory for now. Roll forward to the shuttle's attempt to re-engage the warp drive. We
Got
know the
it.
conditions of space around the shuttle at the moment of warp failure.
Got
Assuming
it.
simulation.
Error in warp field calculation. Cochrane formula variables are out of range.
That right there. Take the shuttle sensor data from that moment.
Computer, why did the warp field calculation fail?
Warp field pressure return non-orthogonal. Results are undefined.
That doesn't help.
Wait, what if we use a different ship?
Put the Resolute into the simulation instead of the shuttle.
Yeah, it should warp just fine. Unless...
Unless what?
Computer, run the simulation with the Resolute.
Resolute simulated.
Computer, Give me manual control on the
Hey,
warp power.
everything's doing great today, Thomas. How are you?
Static field intensity, warp 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Warp pressure is destabilized. Error in warp field calculation. The warp drive has experienced a system-wide cascade failure. Warp field collapsed. Subspace variance is out of tolerance. Cochrane formula results are undefined.
Bingo.
Whatto?
The same
Hey,
moment when the
Tom
shuttle
Jr.
failed to
Jackson.
warp, so did the ship. Whatever happened to the shuttle just happened to us. The Resolute will not sustain warp.
We can't leave Hotari space.
That's scary. They're like a fish, like dead in the water. I hope you guys are well and enjoying this live walkthrough of Star Trek Resurgence. I will upload it probably to the Burnettwork after later tonight, but for right now, I can only play it on my channel. I meant to live stream it on both, but I can't. Seat of Power. Hope everybody's been having a great day.
Spock.
Oh, really? She's 12?
Welcome
Tell
to
her
the
happy
Tower.
birthday,
We
Tom.
are honored you've come. My name is Tyler Saltaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
The honor is ours. And this is Commander Jara Rydick, first officer aboard the USS Resolute. You'll
Oh,
find she has a
awesome.
keen mind,
So glad you enjoyed
and
it.
unique insight into the dynamics between the Hotari and the Lydians.
Yeah, happy birthday to your niece,
as
Tom.
representatives of the Federation.
I'm so glad.
These must be the representatives of the mighty Federation. The reigning authority in the galaxy. Or so we've been led to believe. Whether
What?
that's true or not remains to be seen.
Wow, he's
But
rude.
either way, we're grateful you've made the time to come to our little corner of the universe.
And you are?
This is Galvin, and this is Citron. The
I wonder
heroes
if
of
these
the
guys are
Revolt
behind the
Alliance.
reason why they can't get warp in that area. What up, bro? Oh, those outfits look cool. They got some shiny outfits
Let's
going
hope
on.
this is the last time we ever have to come here.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh my gosh. Who are those guys? This is like a Game of Thrones throwdown. Those costumes are
I think we're about
awesome.
to begin.
Yeah, right, Thomas? Alright, so there's some...
Did you hear the arrogance from that guy?
Yeah, total arrogance.
I don't know what we're walking into here. That guy was something.
Something about his tone tells me this won't be easy.
That was my sense as well.
I doubt he speaks for all of Hotari. So I would urge patience until we speak with their queen.
Understood. Oh, they have a queen. I love the visuals in this. How are you guys liking the visuals of this game? Since it's mostly a story-led game, it's about enjoying these visuals. What do you guys think of the visuals? Ambassador Spock? The captain? I don't think I made the right choice. I like them. I believe this takes place after Star Trek The Next Generation.
Welcome.
Quite like the visual aspect very much. It is good,
The
isn't
honor
it?
is mine, Your Majesty.
That the Federation would send one of their most respected representatives.
Evaluate
is not only
the
an honor
argument?
to the Hotari people and their queen, but a recognition of our stature and importance.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah, let's get down to
With
business.
all due respect to the Federation and their ambassador, they have no authority here. We are
True.
not members of their alliance.
And yet
We
you
are
have
not
chosen us to
subject
be
their
present.
rule.
I'm sorry.
Or yours. We demand the immediate return of all
Why
mining
can I see, am I
operations
supposed to be
to Olympian
turning?
control,
Oh.
as it has
Oh.
been for centuries and will
Okay.
be for centuries more. That has always been our understanding.
That understanding has changed.
Then you invite war.
And if you cannot remain silent, you will be silenced.
Ooh.
But his point is well taken. What is the Federation's interest in this matter? Perhaps you would have us trade one oppressor for another?
The Federation remains neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution of this conflict. We are here at your request, Your Majesty.
Good point, Thomas.
For now.
Saying this wouldn't be easy was an understatement. I thought they wanted us here.
Was there something you wanted to say, Captain?
Oh, no. My apologies.
And what about the Kobliard?
She's not part
She
of...
can speak for herself, can't she?
Yeah, I can speak for myself.
Then let her.
Hey, Delta Ray Studios 3. Hope you're doing great. Tom, that Katharine Hepburn documentary sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, what am I going to say?
One should know their place. What you might be somewhere else is not what you are here. Which is standing before a queen. And a queen deserves respect. A bow is not too much to ask.
Yeah, I messed up.
Is Hotari Prime part of the Hotari system?
My apologies, Your Majesty. I meant no disrespect.
Better. You are Kobliard. Your people suffered brutal treatment at the hands
Ooh, how was
of
the
Cardassians.
Michael J.
Their
Fox
injustice towards
doc
Kobliard
and the Silo Show? I heard the
is
Silo Show was
unimaginable,
amazing.
as it is unforgivable. Not unlike how we have been treated by the Alidians.
As much as they'd have you believe they are the victims here, remember it was the Hotari who attacked us. Hundreds of innocent Alidians were slaughtered without mercy in those mines.
The blood is on their hands, not ours.
Quiet!
Glad to hear that, Thomas.
If after all the Kobliard suffered, you finally had the chance to right that wrong, to get
How would you
out
do
from
it?
under their control,
Yeah?
would you take it? Or would you negotiate a peace?
I would negotiate.
There is no remedy for what the Kobliad suffered. And I fear who we might have become in pursuit of it. There is no justice if the oppressed become the oppressor. So I would willingly accept a peaceful resolution if it were offered. That is the real opportunity.
Ooh, I impressed Ambassador Spock.
You may be right. Unfortunately, that was not the case, was it?
No.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
It wasn't the
Peace
case.
is often elusive to those who need it most. The Federation is the most powerful, most advanced alliance in the galaxy. It's widely known we have an abundance of dilithium in our mines. And it's in your interest to secure a steady supply.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Ambassador Spock would have us believe you're here as a neutral party in the interest of peace. So why are you really here?
Oh my gosh.
Not your Federation rhetoric.
Yeah, it is a factor.
It's possible the Federation has an interest in
Yeah,
both peace
it's
and
fair.
securing a steady
Hey,
source
Hunter
of dilithium.
Bucknell, how
One
are
does not
you?
preclude or prevent the other.
Right.
But that's just my personal opinion.
Given the Federation has done business with the Alidians for decades, I would agree. It's entirely possible, if not highly likely.
What they haven't said, but cannot
Ooh,
deny
they're
is a
angry with me
simple
for saying that.
The dilithium trade would not and will
They didn't
no
like that I
longer
said
exist
that.
without Alidian involvement. We created it for the benefit of everyone, especially
Yes, guys, please
the
click the
Hotari.
like button.
We've given them warp technology. We've let them share in the profits. We've made their lives infinitely better than before dilithium was discovered. All of that goes away if the Federation turns a blind eye to their treachery.
Really?
That is enough of your lies.
That's your attitude?
The The Hotari are quite capable of running the mines. We've done so for centuries. So
Oh, this is escalated.
who deserves control of the dilithium trade and the mines on Tau?
Oh
Who
boy.
should the Federation recognize? The Hotari or the Elidians? Can only be one or the other. Not.
I don't remember who's who. I don't remember who's the Hotari and who are the Elidians. Maybe I can zip through and see who the Hotari and who the Elidians. No, this is just my crew. This is tough. I don't want to make a decision and make the wrong one. You know what I mean? Like, this is... Who are the Hotari and who are the Elidians? I have to look it up. I don't want to make a mistake. You know? It's tough. Hotari. What do you guys think? Oh, gosh. Who is who? Hotari Queen. Okay, that's the woman we're seeing now. She wants to be in charge. She says that they've been able to do it for centuries. I'll go with the Hotari. Can I not answer? Alright, I had to choose one.
If I have to choose only one, then it would have to be the Hotari.
Well said. How could the just and wise Federation make any other choice?
This is an outrage. The Federation has lost all credibility.
The mines are ours.
I tried not to answer, Thomas, but I think...
We'll take back our mines by any means necessary.
Then you will see more blood spilled.
I am more than willing to address your concerns, Your Majesty. Yours as well, Representative. But I suggest we could have a more productive conversation with a smaller group. Perhaps only the most essential representatives.
I guess that means not me.
I suppose there is some sense to that.
Spock the hero. I guess I'm out of there, right? You better get going.
I hope we meet again.
Yep.
Commander Jara Rydek, Your Majesty.
It's been a pleasure, Commander.
The captain and Spock are not happy with me. They're not happy. Boy, they are pissed off at me. Really pissed. I might get beat up out here or something. I don't know.
Spock and I will cover everything on the diplomatic front. You make nice with the locals and see if you can get some answers.
Okay.
We need to find out why the Hotari are so willing to risk war. What happened in those mines?
You mean to tell me we don't know? Can you guys believe this? Look, Spock. Okay, Spock the hero, absolutely, Thomas. Yeah, they're mad. Yeah, they're pissed off at me. Speak with each members of the faction. Okay, here we go. Time to be diplomatico. Let's do this. Check out this bro here. Is he talkable? Can I speak to him? Okay, maybe not you. Oh, wait. Examine landscape. At least you're not Bones calling him a pointy... Yeah. That's true. I don't want to necessarily examine the landscape, but...
Such rough terrain. No wonder the Hotari are so tough.
Okay. You didn't want to talk? Let me see if I can talk to these bros. Can I get water? Is this a water fountain? Yeah, let me go ahead and look at the water.
Soothing.
Okay. I just hope I don't have one of those Duridian flare-ups, or whatever it is I need.
I'm glad you've chosen to side with the Hotari. I knew the Federation would see through the Elidians' baseless claims and protect the interests of my people.
To be clear, I'm not on either side of this conflict. Our only interest is peace.
I will keep that in mind.
They're like, hey, why is she over there talking to them?
I assume you were there the day the mines were seized from the Elidians.
Not seized. Reclaimed.
Reclaimed?
And restored to their rightful owners.
I
Yes,
see.
I was there.
Is it true that
We had
one...
to be decisive. Before the Elidians could even realize their worst nightmares upon them.
Did you have help from someone else?
Hotari stands alone against the Elidian forces.
Okay.
We don't need help from anyone.
All right.
They respect one thing above all else, and that is force. The greater the force, the more certain the outcome. Any talk of making peace is just that, and worth little without the strength to secure it. Which makes me wonder about your ship, the Resolute. Undoubtedly the Federation's finest warship. Ready to contend with anything the Elidians might have in store.
What?
Or is that not true? Maybe I've misjudged it.
I wouldn't say state-of-the-art, but the Resolute is plenty capable and can hold its own against just about anything.
Let's hope so. Because at the moment, it's the only thing preventing them from wiping us off the map.
Is that true?
Cedron.
A pleasure meeting you, Commander. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Is that true? Would they really attack if we weren't there? Alright, let's go speak to these peeps. With the awesome outfits. These are like Comic-Con ready outfits. They got a great look.
I'm probably not telling you anything you don't
Hey,
already
Justin
know,
Channels.
but these negotiations rely on the Federation's neutrality.
Popping in to say
As
hi,
does any
greetings,
hope
Imagination
you might
Connoisseurs.
have for a supply
And hey,
of
Bonzo
dilithium
Killborn
in the
twice in one day.
So
How are you?
why
Howdy
would
to
you choose to
you.
side with the Hotari
And means of destruction. Hey guys, what's going on?
Without Elidian involvement, there is no dilithium trade. But clearly, you weren't aware.
We are and will remain completely neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution to this conflict.
As is ours. Of course, the question is, at what price?
It is fun, Thomas. Ooh, what was that? What was...
A
he
Major
did
Solid Arminta, Special Attaché, Elidian Armed Forces.
He did a little hand
Pleasure
gesture.
to meet you, Commander.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
I have my issues with the Hotari.
Wow, these guys are
but
tall.
I have
You
to
see how
give them
tall they
some
are?
credit. They know how to seize an opportunity. Inciting an uprising.
I did that
the
for
same
you
day
already.
as a massive, once-in-a-lifetime ion storm.
Sorry, just talking about
Our assumption was that this storm was just an anomaly.
Yes, a very
Is
convenient
it storm
anomaly.
artificially created?
At least that was what we were told. Of course, I wasn't there. But who am I to say otherwise?
Something tells me there's more to the story. So what really happened?
Yeah, what happened? What went down?
Well, the official story is that it was the storm that enabled the revolt.
His outfit
How
looks so
else do a bunch
cool.
of unarmed, unorganized miners seize control of an entire moon, much less thousands of mine? But I've talked to people who were there.
Yeah.
They tell a different story.
And what's that?
They say they're lucky to have escaped with their lives. That it was more than just the storm. That somehow the miners were able to harness the energy from the storm. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not even sure I believe it myself. But that's what they said.
Huh.
You said the Hotari were primitive.
Well, they are.
Except for the part about weaponizing ion storms.
Luskin aliens are awesome. I love that. So I missed it. What was wrong with Spock's shuttlecraft? Was it suspicious? We're still trying to figure out if the anomaly was created artificially or whether it was a force of nature, I guess.
If I could have a quick word with you.
Of course.
And it turns out that the anomaly prevents the
what might happen without your help.
Uh-oh. I didn't hear what she said. They want me to go back in, I'm guessing. It turns out that the anomaly that affected Spock's shuttle, when they took the Resolute and put it in the same simulated conditions in space, it resulted in the same result, meaning that there'd be the warp drive would be overpowered and would overload and would kind of crash, meaning that they can't leave the space where they're at. They can't leave this section of the galaxy. At least that's how I interpreted it. So until they figure out this problem and kind of solve it, no one can leave this area of space. Like, it's very unusual. But from what I'm finding out, it looks like what's actually happening is that there's someone controlling some of these atmospheric conditions in space, and it's not entirely thanks, Tom G. Jackson. It's not entirely a natural creation. So it seems like the miners were able to create and use some of the power from some of the energy sources or what was going on, and use it against the invasion, I guess. This is kind of complicated. How are they able to do that? Maybe there's something more in these mines. This is getting complicated. I have a feeling they want me to go back in there. Let's see.
If anyone deserves thanks, it's Ambassador Spock. No one is more invested in negotiating a peaceful settlement to this conflict than he is.
I'm so glad. We need his help before the situation escalates further than it already has. It's been very
That shuttlecraft wasn't parked in... Yeah. No, it really is something about needing her help, I'm guessing. Yeah.
The Elydians are under the impression the Hotari are somehow the cause of the
Rob
Ion
should
Storm.
tell that pointy Vulcan...
which I'm sure they attribute to our lack of experience or sheer inferiority. But we are as much the victims of this horrific storm as they are.
Okay, so...
For the first time in our history, the Hotari have the upper hand. We see ourselves as strong instead of downtrodden. New voices have risen up. Old voices shouted down. Calvin and Sidron have become national heroes. Now they have the Queen's ear. Better or worse, depending on your perspective.
I assume they've taken your place.
I was one of the Queen's most trusted advisors.
Oh, dear.
And I hope to prove myself worthy of being so again. Which is why you're here.
What? Excuse me?
My fear has been that the Elydians will launch an attack and crush us. You've seen their starship, no doubt. They could have retaken the mines whenever they wanted to.
So why didn't they?
And as strange as this may sound, I'd almost say they're afraid. I just don't know what they're afraid of. It's still the same bluster and bravado you would expect from them. But it has no teeth. Like they're afraid of what might happen.
Was it for fear of the repercussions, once the Federation became part of the equation?
Possibly. But I almost want to say this was from the very start. Before engaging the Federation was even on the table.
Oh.
Since the day of the revolt, Galvin has seized control of the mines and restricted all access. No one's allowed without his personal authorization. And they've taken over a section of the palace with just as much secrecy and security. I'm told
Sounds very shady.
it's something they brought back from the mines. Made inquiries, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist. I strongly suspect they're hiding something.
What do you think it is?
I've heard rumors it's some sort of ancient artifact, but I haven't seen it myself.
How can we know?
Wow.
I'd better see what's happening.
So now there's an artifact
Do you think you
involved.
can find out what they're hiding?
Yeah, really. What is it?
I need to see proof of something before I can make my case to the Federation.
I can try, but even if I found it, I might not know what to make of it.
That's okay.
Take this. You can use it to capture whatever you find, and then send it to me.
Thank you. I will let you know what I find. And I look forward to our meeting again.
Report your findings to Captain Solano. Alright, apparently there's something hidden in the mines. And whatever it is that's hidden in the mines is a big deal. And that's why they're willing to go to war to keep the control of the mines. God, their outfits are cool.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hotari refused to concede anything, so the Elydians stormed out.
The Hotari did not invite us here as peacekeepers.
Oh.
I hope your efforts were more fruitful than ours.
Oh, hell yeah, they're hella fruitful. If that even makes any sense. I hope she scans it and lets me know what's in there. What do you guys think is in that mine?
Gravitational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
A sudden failure. Warp failure. They can't leave.
It is evident that presently the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since
That
our
is correct.
diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it, or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
We need to know more.
Well, couldn't we slowboat it out of here at impulse speed?
It may come to that, but we don't know how far this warp dead zone extends. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clearer picture of the phenomenon.
Okay.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
The scientific method. Ooh. I just want to thank all of you for being here as I am playing this game.
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Okay. So this has to do with, these are instructions. Oh, I can fly the shuttle. Fly the shuttle to your objective to complete a mission. Okay. R to turn and L to strafe. The storm will push your shuttle around. Stay focused and maintain on your course. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's resume it. R2 to forward, L to fly backward, R to turn, and L to strafe. Oh gosh, I hope I can do this. Wish me luck, guys. How do I... Oh, okay. Because I'm like, how do you know... Okay. What is that? Is that part of... That's part of the ship, isn't it? Am I going forward? Yes, I am.
Commander Westbrook, the Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings.
Affirmative.
Standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
There's a giant thing in the way.
We'll be in position shortly.
And, Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting the shuttlecraft. Now is not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyriding.
Okay. I will be careful.
Jovok probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
I am actually flying this. Not so bad.
Nah, Lieutenant Commander Chovak's not so bad. You know, once you get used to him. And, I've learned a lot working under him.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to work harder to be a political animal like you.
Do I have to go through this asteroid, or do I go around him? Let's go around the asteroid. I don't want to... Or can I go through... No, it's too narrow. Right? I shouldn't go through it. I need to go around it. I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing, guys, but I feel like I need to go around this giant asteroid. I just feel like that's the right thing to do.
This is far enough.
Oh, okay.
This is far enough. Transporting the...
Thank you. 1 probe down, 5 to go.
Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
But don't I have 5 more to launch?
Problem? I'm just not getting any traction with her. Commander Rydek. She rejected my plan to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. She didn't listen to me when you were out on the hull and I was trying to make it safer for you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye. But she didn't go through what the rest of us did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano chose instead of, well, one of us.
I've heard some good things. You should at least give her a chance.
I'll take that under advisement.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Whoa. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space.
Yeah.
We need to get another probe out there.
I figured as much. Where would you like the probe, sir?
With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there.
Got it. Yeah, there's a giant asteroid in the way.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice I wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture.
Okay. I won't do that.
The captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer.
And do you?
What a load of crap.
Well, if you're asking, I think you're a people person. After all, here we are. Me, an enlisted officer. You, one of the senior staff. Talking like old buddies.
I should send Solano to talk to you.
This is a good question, Thomas Bertoldi. I'm wondering who's behind all this crazy warp blocking.
You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field.
Well, thank you for that.
Good work. Who knows?
I so appreciate that.
Departments like you could be commander-in-chief of Starfleet one day.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks too.
I love it. So put me up for promotion. I'm ready for my next challenge.
Well,
really?
You're going to have to prove that to your boss.
Prove it? I almost got my face blown off, bro.
For consideration. If I were first officer, it would be different.
Out of hell with that guy. I'll never change his Vulcan mind about me. I'll just have to figure out some other way of getting myself promoted.
With that attitude, I'm sure you will.
I couldn't read the whole comment because it was behind that part. Oh, are we getting close? Yep, we're literally right here.
Here, this is close enough. Stop the engines.
That's the first time I ever flew a shuttle. But Thomas, you're right. I don't know. Oh, you hear the sound effect?
Westbrook to Commander
That is definitely the transporter.
Very good. Running the simulation again. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1. Launch.
Yeah, he better watch. He better not piss him off.
It seems to be directional.
Thomas, that's the type of person, and you work with them, don't make them angry.
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Otari Prime, and the probes.
This interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
What? Alright, R, move reticle. I am using R. Move reticle. Clearly. I don't know what I'm doing. R. This is R. Got it. So what's... Oh, wait a minute. Where did that come from? I don't know if I'm doing this right. I have no idea what I'm doing.
We got something.
These markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can find some more.
There's one.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
We're under attack and we didn't even know it. We need to stop them. Unplug whatever it is they're hitting us with.
We do.
Now,
but who is it?
It's the current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations. They line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Absolutely. His eyes are like...
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're
suspicions.
Doing this. One thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board.
Absolutely.
Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered.
Yes, it
More
would.
importantly, the tenor of the Hotari during the negotiations.
Here I thought the Illydians would be the problem.
Does it explain their attitude? Oh, look at the colors.
This wasn't supposed
So
to
pretty.
be so complicated.
Huh.
For all their posturing, every indication is that the Illydians are afraid of the Hotari. They didn't bring their warship as a threat. They brought it because they're scared.
From everything we witnessed, I would say that is highly likely.
But what are they afraid of?
Tylus, the Hotari representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
You found an ally.
Yes.
Why would Tylus help us?
Maybe because she doesn't want to get blown up.
It's a fair question.
She's out of options.
She's worried that her people are being dragged into something that isn't going to end well for them. She's trying to save them.
That may be true.
That's
She's
true,
certainly more
Justin
likely to
Channels.
help than the other Hotari we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hotari have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they changed their minds between when they asked and when we got here.
Sidron was very curious when we spoke outside the Queen's chamber. He wanted to know all about us, our ship, the Federation. He wasn't giving any answers. He was looking for them.
Well, I'm sure you didn't tell him too much. I don't think the Illydians know what's really down on that moon either.
Major Armintis said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hotari miners somehow harness the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm?
Yes, how do you harness the energy of a storm?
Even our capability.
So is a weapon that disrupts warp travel.
Well, if they can harness the energy of the ocean, why couldn't they harness the energy of a storm?
Far more technologically advanced than the Federation.
The Illydians and Hotari don't fall into that category.
How do you know
That
that?
is all the more reason to investigate further.
Commander Rydek, sorry to interrupt. We've received an urgent call from Hotari. The Queen's advisor, Tylus, has asked to speak with you.
Ah. My buddy. Go on, girl. Let me know what you got.
Galvin and Citron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard. I don't have much time.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
You go get your friend to pull the guard away. You go, girl. What is that?
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
Run.
Tylus.
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
It was hard to tell.
I'm the one who got her into this. If something happens to her, it's my fault.
She's one of the Queen's closest advisors. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, she's fallen out of favor with the Queen, from what she said, right?
Let's see the scan of whatever the hell that was.
See, the captain likes results, so...
Tylus suspects this came from the mines on Tau.
It's like a control
It
module.
appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the Resolute. But if this came from the mines, then it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Illydians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We were, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation.
Ah, neutral party.
However, we could demonstrate that the Hotari have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action. Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
Whatever this artifact is may be proof enough. At least to satisfy the Federation.
I agree.
Especially if we can show the Hotari are controlling the warp disruption. And targeting the Resolute.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device.
Yes.
Mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question.
Ah.
I will handle the Federation.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Spock. I just love the colors when they show it.
I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari.
Containment protocol.
So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Shovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
Got it.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us.
Wow. She's got an attitude.
Say we pull these chips and find out.
She just slammed that on me. Anyhow, I've got a date night. Oh, date night. I'm sure I'll see everybody in a bit. Enjoy the game. Hey, you enjoy your date night, Thomas. You have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Might be some micro weld. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay, let's try pulling.
1.
3.
It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No.
I just did this part, and let's say it made me think
Hey, can you
the
hand me the
changelings?
EJ7 interlock? From the
Interesting, Hunter.
toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
What's going on? Is he upset with? Is she? What's going on? Like, they look upset. Yeah, he has to be professional.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
He has to be professional. Okay.
Here, I'll help.
What? That's thoughtful.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you? The tools, systems, like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I know my stuff.
I can see that.
Oh, she's not happy. She's not happy. Okay. Okay. What's that? What's that? Is that debris? What is that?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting
What?
tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, no, no, don't touch it with your hand.
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Hey, S-Beam.
Don't you
How
think
are you?
we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No.
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue.
Good. I'm glad she was there.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Just leave it there for now. Messing around with it could be dangerous. At least until we know more.
That's exactly why we need to get it to the containment lab.
Absolutely. S-Beam, I hope you were
I
well.
can't make an exception just for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are.
Good. Good. I'm glad.
I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call, get Starfleet to send more ships. Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
We're at the edge of the quadrant. Help isn't just gonna pop over like we're in Sector 001.
Wouldn't
True.
hurt to try.
You talk like you've never had your backs up against a wall before. This is Starfleet. We solve our own problems.
Is that true? We send for help. We totally send for help.
Okay, stand back.
Oh, wow, that was cool.
Get this to the containment lab. We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
She's right. She's totally right. Oh!
Forgot.
Oh my god. Hey, Mighty Orbot, Starfleet magic.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you.
Wow. She wasn't leaving until she got a chance to make a human contact.
Maybe she knows
3, 2, 1,
Or
contact.
this is all happening so fast. But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Well, of course she's taking it seriously, but that's her job. She's on duty. She's got to be on the lookout for danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't trust her, Hunter? Oh no, she put the lip lock on him.
I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
You remember that one? 3, 2, 1, contact. It's the answer. Where everything happens, contact.
She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security.
First they have an unusual artifact, and now they found some other thing.
Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt.
This is getting good.
And to the warp disruption we now know has been.
What do they find out about this
Commander Rydick,
particle?
you want to take it from here?
That's a combination of lithium, carbon, and something else. Yeah, Mighty Orbot Spock, Ambassador Spock is here.
Location within the palace, and sent us these scans using my tricorder.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly.
Yeah, it's definitely a control
warp
panel.
Disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select
Okay.
a symbol to further analyze.
Let's see it. Oh, I have to do this. Find a matching symbol in the Federation database. No. That's not too far off. Oh, this might be it. L.
99.2% match.
Got it.
What is it? The Khan Empire?
So, what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this
Yes,
is a glyph
it's nice to know someone
associated
else
with the
remembers
ancient
the
Khan
show.
Empire. Their
This will
civilization
tell you
collapsed
how old I
over
am.
600,000
We're watching
years
Ben
ago,
Affleck and
but once
PBS show
spanned
called
millions of systems,
Voyage
with a
of the
population
Moon.
numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Wow.
Is it possible the Hotari found Takan technology?
Me too, Mighty Robots.
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Takan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
Actually, I've heard of the Takan.
You have?
Quite impressive, Commander.
Computer, summarize the Enterprise D's discovery of a Takan outpost.
On stardate 41386.
What? The Enterprise D?
USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Takan outpost in the Delphi Ardus. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else?
Jean-Luc Picard.
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
I would like to learn more about the unbreakable energy field, if you must know the truth. How do I... Let me choose Enterprise D.
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful.
Thank you, Hunter Becknell, for the Outpost, the episode that you referenced. I'm going to have to watch it.
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The crystalline technology.
Quanti-spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
Okay. Wow. The crystalline... I remember the crystalline creature, or the crystalline... It's probably not the one.
Someone from the Takan Empire is actually still around.
Or at
What?
least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
Amazing. Let's continue. Oh, there it is. It's like hard to find this thing.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system...
Is this the episode where they talked about the crystalline entity?
Completely uninhabited until the
I don't remember
Portal
that.
6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence.
No, it must be how they thrive off of these frequent ion storms. Maybe that's their norm. Maybe that's their benchmark, their existence. All right. This is the last one.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Hunter.
Crushed the revolt.
The episode with the Ferengi with the electric whips. Thank you.
Can control it. See why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
There's only one way to find out. We need to see what's down there for ourselves.
I might be able to help with that. We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
Commander Rydek's right. We need to know what's down there, what the Hotari are hiding, to better understand what we're up against, and to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. Assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'm ready for action, Captain. Just say the word and I'll be there.
I'll admit, I wish I could go myself. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality, aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
No, she doesn't.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
I got 2 greens. This is a miracle.
Captain Solano. The Olydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime? Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do.
Yes.
Dismissed.
Aye, aye, Captain. Well, looks like I'm off on another adventure. And this might actually be a very good spot to end the stream. Alright, so I'm going to end it at Lost and Found.
The officers Diaz and Edsolar. Where is the crystal formation that you
Even though I
found in the shuttle?
really
I
want to
have
do this
tasked
crystal
Ensign Calloway with
formation.
performing a full analysis
I really want... Alright, let's find out what this
of
thing
the
is.
tetrametric pulses.
Let's find out what it is, and then I'll end it.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
What?
Miranda never got there?
You were right, Hunter!
Yeah. Her and
Hunter?
the rest of the security detail from the negotiations.
Diaz, Tamaris.
Hunter! How did you know, Hunter?
Try her again. Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's still on the ship. She has to be.
Computer locate.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is
Is
in the
not-
isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
I'll go find her.
Oh, I thought they were going to say, she is not on board.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
Oh! Really? I would have said Mr. Diaz is involved with this person and might need assistance, sir. That's what I would have said. You know something's up here. This is not going to be a great experience. Hunter, you called it, Hunter. Something's up. Alright, so I'm going to stop it here. Guys. The look she gave when he asked her to hand him the tool, it reminded me of the changelings. Yeah, Hunter, you have a very good sense of, I don't know, when something is awry. Something was awry. Guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Oh, gosh, this is so good. But we're going to have to wait till tomorrow to find out what happens. Hunter, you probably already know what happens, or any of you who are playing the game probably already know what happens. But I just wanted to say this has been so much fun, this stream. I'm going to upload it to the Burnettwork since I can't stream it straight onto the Burnettwork, but I'll upload it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tom Jr. Jackson, we are all goof people. Thank you, my moderator, collaborator, and friend. Guys, I hope you all are well. We're going to find out, not tonight, but we will find out tomorrow where on earth she is and what's going on with this woman, and if she's a baddie. We'll find out, this poor guy. So, guys, remember, thank you for joining me for this game, Star Trek Resurgence. It's been a lot of fun to watch it, hasn't it? Guys, remember, no matter where you are in the galaxy, always remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.